My name is Artem. I'm 43. For a long time, I believed the scariest thing in the world was criminals. I worked inside the system. I knew what evil looked like. I had a business, money, 2 apartments, restaurants. I lived fast, and I was sure I had everything under control. Everything changed one night. A sauna, steam thick like fog, faces blurred in the heat. On the glass table, there was a thin white line. Relax, someone said. You're not weak. I didn't want to look weak, so I inhaled, and something inside me dropped. The world became brighter. Sounds became deeper. My heart felt stronger. I felt like a better version of myself. Stronger, smarter. It felt like before that moment, I had only been existing. That night, something changed, and I didn't even understand what it was. I just wanted it again. Once a week, then twice, then whenever I wanted. I used to laugh at people who got addicted. I wasn't like them. I was in control. At first, I truly believed everything was under control. I worked, met people, smiled. Then one morning, I woke up and realized I couldn't remember the entire previous day. That didn't scare me. What scared me was something else. I didn't care. My wife looked at me for a long time, like I was a stranger. She said something about exhaustion, about the smell, about how I had changed. I didn't listen. I only wanted one thing, for her to leave and stop bothering me. When she finally left, the apartment became too quiet. The silence started pressing on me. I lay on the couch, staring at the ceiling. Inside me, there was nothing. No pain, no fear, just emptiness, and only one thought: take it again. The money disappeared fast. I sold my business. I told myself it was a strategic decision, but the truth was simple. I needed money. For the next dose, my friends disappeared, or maybe I disappeared from their lives. New people appeared. They didn't ask how I was. They asked one thing: how much do you need? I kept telling myself, I'm not an addict. I can stop anytime. I just don't want to. And then the day came when I had to stop because the money was gone. At first, it was just a runny nose. Nothing serious. I even smiled. Then I started feeling cold, even though the apartment was warm. An hour later, the pain started. It spread slowly through my body, like someone was screwing bolts into my bones. My knees, my shoulders, my jaw. I couldn't find a comfortable position. I lay down on the floor. Sweat ran into my eyes. My heart was pounding so loudly, it felt like someone was knocking from inside my chest. Then I realized, this is withdrawal. I thought I knew what it looked like. I had seen it in other people, but when it came from me, it was different. It was personal. I felt sick. My stomach twisted. My body shook so violently. I bit my lip, just to stop myself from screaming. At some point, I stopped understanding how much time had passed. 1 day, 2 days, my mother found me. She called an ambulance. I remember the siren, and the white ceiling inside the ambulance. Then the hospital, 4 drips. A few days later, the pain faded. And do you know what the first thought in my head was? Not regret, not fear, just one thought: now I can feel it again. I promised the doctor I would stop, and the moment I walked out, I went looking for another dose. Detox wasn't just once, second time, third time, fifth time. By then, I already knew how it worked. Endure the pain, get clean, and start again. Money kept disappearing. I switched to something cheaper, then to injections. The first time, I was scared. The second time, not so much. After that, the fear disappeared completely. I stopped caring how I looked. I don't remember the last time I ate a real meal. When I looked in the mirror, it didn't feel like me. My eyes had become deep, dark, like someone else was looking out from inside. One day, I miscalculated. The vein tore. Blood flowed slowly. I watched it and felt nothing. Absolutely nothing. I almost stopped leaving the house. When the money was completely gone, I ended up on the street. It was cold. Snow was blowing straight into my face. I lay down and looked at the sky, and at some point, the pain disappeared. Everything became quiet, strangely quiet. I thought, so this is what death feels like. No screaming, no light, just silence. And in that silence, I thought I heard a whisper: come, patient, You belong to me. Then darkness. I woke up because of a bright light. White ceiling. Sharp smell of medicine. Strange voices. For a moment, I didn't understand that I was alive. Some random people found me. They said, "A little longer," and it would have been too late. I stared at one point on the wall. I didn't feel joy, only exhaustion. Then I saw my mother. She was sitting beside me. Her hands looked thinner. Her hair had more gray than I remembered. She held my hand, like I was a child again. And in her eyes, for the first time, I saw fear. Not for herself, for me. That day, I decided to try again. Rehabilitation was long. Groups, conversations, silence between words. For the first time in my life, I said it out loud. I am addicted. Those words were heavier than anything else. I had to learn how to live without chemicals. Sweat during workouts, shaking hands, sleepless nights. I slowly reduced the replacement therapy. Slowly, painfully. Sometimes I wanted to run away. Sometimes I wanted to relapse. Sometimes I just wanted to disappear. 6 months passed. Now I help others. I look into their eyes and hear the same words. I'm in control. I never argue, because arguing is useless. Addiction doesn't scream. It waits. Sometimes in winter, I go outside at night. I stand under the cold sky and listen to the silence. Sometimes it feels like the silence remembers me. That night, that snow, that moment when I almost agreed to leave. I'm alive. I'm sober. But sometimes, when everything becomes too quiet, I hear that whisper again. Come, patient. It doesn't call me. It only reminds me what waits behind the door, and that the door can always be opened. There is only one question. Who will take the step this time?